All right, Shalom. For the first, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and to our icons across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is Dianawa from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago, with a lesson, basically going into you know, these 2/3. And the other people say like, why do I want to follow the Lord, and forsake all my ways and things like that if I'm gonna die anyway and get the kingdom. But they don't understand the Lord's judgment. Death by pain. All right, the upcoming trials, tribulations, the beasts of terror, the apparitions, and the plagues that's going to be coming forth. That's going to land directly on the sinners and the ungodly. Okay. So here we are. We're trying to build and store up treasures in heaven. Okay. And show a record, a pattern of good works and deeds and faith, to Yahweh Shemi Shai through His name, for His name, by His name, that we may avoid the said perils. All right, so we're going to die anyway, and we're going to die building upon a foundation of Yahweh Shemi Shai. If we're going to die, we're going to die with our hand on the plow, pushing His work. All right. Says we're not gonna build upon an old house, man. Just because we're gonna die, just because some of us think that you're gonna die. So I'm gonna get to the point. 1 Corinthians 3:6 says, "I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. So then, neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High that give the increase." All right, this has nothing to do with none of us. All we did, all the Lord, I said all, I'm using that loosely. What the Lord did was send His men out there, the prophets, who are out there teaching the word on the highways and the byways, or on the internet, how we came across the men, all right? And they planted the seed, okay? You might have one person tell you that you're an Israelite just in passing. Then with that, you might have seen the brothers on the highways and the byways or on the internet, and they watered you. You may have joined. You may have followed a particular group, or you may have an ear for a particular teacher and the way they teach, and they watered. But guess what? It was neither the one that planted or watered. It was the Most High that gave you this increase, man. All right, all of this is the will of the Lord. It's the gift of faith. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. Right? The one who plants, the one who waters, man, they're going to get the same reward. All right? As they continue. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry, ye are His building. Okay? So us being part of this truth, and we're part of the Lord's building. Those who are without, they're without the temple, man. Okay? According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another man buildeth thereon. Let every man take heed upon how he buildeth thereon. And that's the point of the lesson. All right, if we're going to build upon the foundation of Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, and those who don't believe are going to build on another foundation, okay, and they're gonna matter of fact, let's get this real quick to make it sense. Let me get this real quick. It says 2 Ezra 7:18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for the wide. Right. And that's us building on the foundation of the Lord, because we know when we come to serve the Lord, to prepare ourselves for temptation, to bear the marks of Yahweh Shai in our flesh, to suffer for His name's sake. All right, and that's and that's the hope that we have in Yahweh Shemi Shai, that if we do these works and suffer, that we're going to get delivered, and that's built on the foundation of the Lord. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. So these are the guys who are building a house, right? You know, they're like, man, well, why? I'm just gonna build a house. You know, furnish it how I want to furnish it, walk how I want to walk, teach how I want to teach, believe what I want to believe. And yeah, they're gonna go through the same trial as us. Meaning, as the curses are still gonna cleave to them. They're still gonna be hated by these other nations. They're still gonna be stereotyped and ridiculed and oppressed. But guess what? They don't think about that because their whole thing is that I'm gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna live my best life. But guess what? In doing that, building on that kind of foundation, you're not gonna see the wide, man. And that's the kingdom, man. All right. Verse 10, it says, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder. Hey, we gotta be a wise master builder, man. I've laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon, man. Right. So we want to be, we want to add good bricks, good tempered, solid bricks to the foundation. All right. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that brick when the pressure gets on, it fails and it crumbles the building. See, these 2/3 and these 2/3 don't understand about building a solid foundation. See, they figure that I can build the same kind of house just as pretty, right? And but I'm a builder with wickedness, with deceit, with being vile, being corrupters, being idolaters, right? All because they can't put their flesh in subjection. And their whole thought is that if I'm gonna get the kingdom anyway, why not? And we're gonna get into some of those why nots, Lord willing, right? It says, verse 11, 1 Corinthians 3:11, for other foundation can no man lay than what is laid, which is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? You really can't lay no other foundation, man. Okay? All right? It said, the Most High not build this house, it shall fall. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So you need to build upon the foundation of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? If we're going to suffer these three things, hey, we're going to suffer. I'm building upon the rock of Yahweh Shai. We're going to get that. I believe it's in Ephesians. 1 Corinthians 3:12 is, now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work, what sort it is. Right, so you don't want to be building your foundation upon wood, hay, or stubble, man. Why? Because those things are easily flammable. That's that the three little pigs. One made a house out of straw. All right, and another one wood. It's a long time, but you know, you guys who are of age, you remember that, man. And the wolf came and huffed and puffed and blew the house down. All right, we want to build our foundation upon the foundation of gold, silver, precious stones, which is the scripture talk about us being refined as gold is tried in the fire. Precious silver, all right. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. It shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work and what sort it is. And that fire is these trials and tribulations that we're being here in his flesh. See, the 2/3 are suffering the straight things too, but they don't they're not being refined by it. They're letting it burn them. They're not getting that dross off. Okay? When affliction comes, what do? They sink deeper and deeper and delve more into their calamities, man, to their vices. All right? So every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. What day? It's a day of your trial, a day of temptation. Because it shall be revealed by fire, by your trials, and your work and how you build and what you put in your building is gonna be determined by the trials and how you come out of it, man. All right, and it said it be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work, what sort of is. If any man's work abide which he hath built, thereupon he shall receive a reward. So if we stand fast and we suffer, we build upon the right build upon the foundation of the Lord correctly, and we're going to receive a reward. All right? So if we're going to suffer these things, and some of us may die, but guess what? We're going to have a reward. All right? If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer a loss, but he himself shall be saved, and yet so by the fire. Right, and that's these guys who want to build another way. You want to build. You want to build on the so-called. You want to build on the foundation of the Lord, but you want to use untempered mortar. You want to use a class B and C materials. You want to you want to build upon rock. I mean upon stubble and hay. So when the tribulations come, when the destruction come, you got burned. But guess what? You're going to be saved through it by being birthed in the kingdom anyway. See, the thing about it is that people think that they can withstand the judgment and the punishment of the Lord, man. It said no. All right, and that's it on that. Okay. Let me see. Get this in the apocrypha since we're talking about this is it's Sirach 5:1. It says, "Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For Yahweh will surely revenge thy pride." And that's these 2/3, man. They're satisfied by the way they built their house. Wood. Wood and stubble and hay. They got their 2-car garage in there, and their Lamborghinis and the Mercedes Benz, and all these precious trinkets they have in their homes. They're good jobs, so they think you don't need the Lord, right? So and say not, who shall control me for my works? Yahweh will surely revenge thy pride, right? So you think that because you're on some kind of level monetarily, or that you're in cahoots and receiving benefits from Esau, that the Lord is dealing with you, right? Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For Yahweh is long suffering; He will in no wise let thee go. Right, man. So you guys are building upon a foundation of the Lord, that wood, hay, and stubble, that house of deceit. Okay, that den of a den of robbers and thieves. Okay, you're building upon a foundation of do as thou wilt. Hey, the Lord is long suffering, and He's going to pay you back. All right, so that's why it said in that Corinthians that the fire going to prove every man's work, what manner of work it should be. It says concerning propitiation, which means payback, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. All right, so you got to be careful how you're building upon your house. Are you building upon your house iniquity, along with thievery, along with idolatry, along with adultery? All right, and to say not His mercy is great, He will be pacified for the multitude of sins. For mercy and wrath come from Him, and His indignation rests upon sinners, man. All right, so don't think that you're getting away by building upon but not taking heed about how you build upon the Lord's foundation, man. Okay, so His indignation rests upon sinners, man. Those are your Israelites, man. Make no, and the rest of the world, the other nations, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put out from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So that's what it is. You guys think that you can outlast and outsmart the Lord, that you can get on a fireproof suit and somehow escape the flaming fire that's coming to this place, you're sadly mistaken, man. All right. Let's get this. Matthew 7. Matthew 7. Get to the point. Matthew 7 and dang, man, I don't know where to start. Start at 21. So Matthew 7:21. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Right? So we gotta do the will of the Father, man. You gotta build on those bricks the same way our forefathers have done. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all the righteous men, Joshua, King David, Solomon, Amos, Moses, right? Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. Right, man. You got men out here, man, who put in years, put in time out there on the highways and the byways, doing a lot of good, but they went back into the world. And then when I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken unto him as a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Hey, and that rock is Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to get that. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and when the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. Okay? If we want our foundation to be founded upon a rock, that when we get tried, we get beaten and tested, that we still stand, man. All right? And some of us may have to give our lives, but we know that we stood still for the name of the Lord, like it says in Esdras, man. And like the seven brothers, man, and the Maccabees. All right? That rain came, the flood came, the wind blew, which was watching his brothers get tortured and put to death. But guess what, man? He called the name of the Lord, believe on the name of the Lord. All right, and he was saved, although he was put to death, man. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. All right, so you got to take heed about how you build, man. All right, what your foundation is. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it, man. All right, the scripture talk about he make you fall down in the midst of the congregation. Okay, and we gotta be very careful about how we build onto the building of the Lord. I think it's 2 Timothy. Let's get Ephesians first. It says, Ephesians 2:18 says, for through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father, and that him is Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And he's our Redeemer. He's our intercessor. Now, therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints in the household of the Most High, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and the prophets, Yahweh Shai himself being the chief cornerstone. Right, man. So we read in that 1 Corinthians 3 is that we got to be careful how we build, for we lay upon another man's foundation. Those are the apostles and the prophets that came before us, man. All right, who will build it on the bricks, all right, which is the chief cornerstone, which is who? Which is Yahweh Shai. All right, we want to be building on a new house, that house of David, that new temple. All right, we don't want to build on that house of stubble and hay and wood, that when the wind and the fire come, it stands no more, man. Okay? If we want to build on, if we're going to die, we want to be dying building upon the house of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Not having the attitude that I'm going to build a house the way I want it and live how I want. If I'm going to die anyway, all right? But yet, you don't understand, and we read about the propitiation of judgment coming to your sinners, man. We don't want to be in that mind frame that we're gonna get the kingdom anyway, man. That's a nigger way of thinking. It says, in whom all the building fitly framed together growth in the holy temple of Yahweh, man. All right, so this building that we're, this foundation that we're laying, all these bricks that are coming on, being built upon, of the cornerstone of the Lord, are gonna be fitly framed together, man, growing together, man. Okay, that's what we want, man. We don't want a house to be leaning after the wind, after a summer or after a spring wind, man. In whom ye also are builded together for the habitation of the Most High through the Spirit, man. All right. So we want to build upon the build upon the foundation of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And with that, I'm gonna say, call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Till next time, Shalom.